If you are Nigerian like me, you probably believe in the supernatural. Witches, ghosts. We Nigerians are very religious. Many research organizations rank us among the most religious nations in the world. But one thing I've observed is that people often accept or reject the concept of the supernatural without asking for compelling evidence. Perhaps in trees though, we find just the evidence that we need. Before we go any further, I would like us to define what a tree is, so that you can remove plants like bitter leaf and sugarcane from your mind. You see, in the plant kingdom, we have trees, shrubs, and grasses. Trees are the biggest of all plants. Trees are woody plants with a single stem called a trunk. Trees have lots of things that point to their spiritual significance, but perhaps the most prominent is their age. You see, the average tree lives for hundreds of years, but in recorded history, we've had trees that live for thousands. The oldest recorded tree in the world is believed to have lived for around 5,000 years old. That's a long time for anything to be alive. And imagine the generations that has passed and that tree has witnessed. It is therefore unsurprising that in many cultures around the world, we believe in some form of tree spirits or the other. You see, it is not just a Nigerian thing. In many cultures, it is believed that the spirits of some of our ancestors actually stay back after they have passed on, and they reside in trees. In Nigeria, we have several trees that are spiritually significant, but perhaps the most prominent is the African teak, popularly known as the Iroko tree. The legend of the Iroko tree cuts across many cultures, but it is perhaps most prominent in Yoruba culture. You see, it was used to tell different stories for teaching lessons to our children in the past. The story of the Iroko is one of disobedience, fertility, and the consequences for being disobedient in Yoruba culture. In Benin, the Iroko serves as a meeting place for all manner of supernatural creatures at night, also known as powers of the night. It is not uncommon to see people that still practice traditional beliefs put their shrines right in front of an Iroko tree as designated places of worship. Apart from the Iroko tree, there are several other trees that carry a lot of spiritual significance in Nigeria and are revered amongst many cultures. Examples are the palm tree, the African baobab tree, the okubaka, which is the largest known parasitic plant in the world, amongst other trees. Apart from longevity, trees play a critical role in the sustenance of life on Earth. You see, trees provide about 25% of the oxygen into the atmosphere that we breathe as humans. It is believed that a fully matured tree can provide enough oxygen for a family of 2. As a matter of fact, if the Earth was a company, the tree would be like that underpaid staff that does all the work and takes none of the credits. I'm sure most of us can relate. In addition, trees soak up tons of polluted air from the atmosphere. It is believed that trees soak up about 30% of all carbon emissions like you have from our vehicles, thereby improving air quality and making it easier for us to breathe. In addition, trees help in things like erosion control and provide food and medicine for us and the sustaining wildlife around us. Needless to say, an environment without trees would be an environment with very limited life. Nigeria is known as a biodiversity hotspot, a place where you have diverse range of species, including species of plants and animals not found anywhere else in the world. In spite of this natural endowment, and despite the physical and spiritual significance that we allot to trees, this has not stopped us from losing about 96% of our forest cover in the last 100 years or so in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, Nigeria currently has the highest rate of deforestation in the world. Trees are cut down for a number of reasons. On the local front, we have logging for firewood. We also have the conversion of forests to farmlands because man must chop now. On the other hand, we have the indiscriminate and often illegal logging of trees that are perpetrated on the foreign markets. You see, some of these trees carry a lot of value. Trees like rosewood, for instance, is used to make high quality furniture for Chinese expatriates on the foreign market. We also have trees like mahogany and timber. So it is a very, very sensitive market, and rangers are even killed trying to protect these trees. It is serious. Our failure to slow this thing down has led to a devastation of the surrounding wildlife. Imagine the animals that many of our children will not get to see, like the cheetah, and just try and picture the next set of animals that will go extinct in another 50 or 100 years because we don't have forest cover anymore. There's also the creeping in of desertification, even in the south, due to loss of forest cover. The irony is that those living in semi-arid regions, like those in the north of Nigeria, the Bornos, the Yobes, they have a better sense of understanding and appreciation for what trees contribute to our society and are leading reforestation programs. That's the good news. Trees can be planted. The problem is that we are not planting these trees fast enough to replace the rate at which we are cutting them down. Many organizations are already taking tree planting to the next level, but individuals too can take it within themselves. As a matter of fact, a Canadian actually took it upon himself and set the world record for tree planting. About 23,000 trees were planted in a single day. Just in case you are thinking of going along the line of breaking Guinness World Records like Hidabachi did. In conclusion, trees are more than just plants that we can use and dump. And their physical, spiritual, and environmental significance should be rightly acknowledged. That will be all, guys. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and please feel free to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you can always look out for my next video. Thank you. Peace out.